into today is more recognizable across the globe than even the biggest names in Hollywood. I mean, think about that for a second. It's a massive claim for sure, but it perfectly sets the stage for one of the most incredible stories in entertainment.
So welcome to our explainer on the absolutely incredible journey of Shah Rukh Khan. Look, for over 30 years, this guy hasn't just been a star, he's been a total force of nature in Bollywood. But here's the real question, right? How did a complete outsider, someone with zero film connections, climb all the way to the top and become the undisputed king of Bollywood? Well, you're in the right place, because that's exactly what we're going to break down.
You know, every great story has a beginning, a real origin point. And for Shah Rukh Khan, or SRK, that story didn't start on the massive silver screen like you might think. Nope, it actually began on the small screen, on television, in a role that ended up being the perfect, unexpected launchpad for a cinematic empire. So, picture this, it's 1989. A young, totally raw, and just incredibly energetic actor named Shah Rukh Khan makes his debut in this TV series called Fauji. And right away, he was just captivating. He followed that up super quickly with another hit show, Circus. What's really fascinating, though, is that even way back then, critics were already comparing him to the absolute legend Dilip Kumar. But it was a personal tragedy in 1991, the death of his mother, that really became the catalyst for his next huge move. To escape the pain and channel that grief, he left his home in Delhi and moved to Mumbai with one single focus: to conquer the world of films.
Okay, so when he finally gets to Bollywood, Shah Rukh Khan doesn't just, break the rules. He pretty much throws the entire rulebook out the window. I mean, this was a time when leading actors were supposed to be these flawless, romantic heroes. But SRK, he took a path that literally no one else dared to walk. He chose to be the bad guy.
And this really puts the huge risk he took into perspective. I mean, the established playbook for a 90s hero was super simple. Be good, be romantic, be the perfect gentleman. You get the idea. SRK's characters, though, they were obsessive, they were vengeful, and yeah, sometimes they were outright murderous. It was a massive, massive gamble.
And guess what? That gamble paid off. And I mean, it paid off spectacularly. With 3 films, one right after the other, Bazigar, Dar, and Anjam, he totally redefined what a leading man could even be. Audiences were shocked, for sure, but they were also completely mesmerized. So much so that, get this, he won the industry's top award for Best Actor for playing a vengeful killer. And then he won another one for Best Villain. He basically proved that taking huge risks was his superpower.
And this quote right here from one of our sources just perfectly captures the raw reaction to his performance in the film Dar. You know, his stuttering, obsessive delivery of KKK Kiran, that wasn't just a line of dialogue. It became this massive cultural phenomenon that genuinely terrified audiences. Like, for real.
All right, so now we get to the next chapter in his story, and honestly, it's almost unbelievable. After he completely mastered the dark side and proved he could be the most convincing villain out there, Shah Rukh Khan does a complete 180. The anti-hero was about to become the ultimate symbol of love. In 1995, one single film didn't just change his career, it changed the entire landscape of romantic movies in India. Dilwale Dulhania Le Jayenge, or DDLJ as pretty much everyone knows it, was a total cultural reset. It gave him a brand new identity, the quintessential, the ultimate romantic hero. Now, to really get your head around the sheer scale of this film's success, we gotta start with the budget. For a major production back then, it was a pretty modest 4 crore rupees. Just keep that number in your head for a second. Okay, you got that number? 4 crore. Well, from that investment came an absolutely astronomical return. The film didn't just break records, it shattered them, grossing over 200 crore rupees worldwide. That is a 50 times return on investment. It made it, by a huge margin, the highest grossing Indian film of the year.
But honestly, the box office numbers don't even tell the whole story of its impact. The truly mind-boggling fact is its longevity. The film ran continuously, in a single theater in Mumbai for over 1,000 weeks. Just let that sink in for a moment. That's more than 20 years. It's a world record, and it just speaks volumes about how much this film meant to people.
After DDLJ, the romantic blockbusters just kept on coming. We're talking films like Dil To Paga Hai, Kuch Kuch Hota Hai, Kabhi Khushi Kabhi Gum, one hit after another. They all just solidified his status. That whole era of the anti-hero, it felt like a lifetime ago. Shah Rukh Khan was now, officially,
the king of romance.
But here's the thing about being king. You can't just stay in one place forever. As he moved through the 2000s and into the 2010s, SRK started to challenge himself, and his audience too, with a whole series of artistic experiments. This next phase, though, it would prove to be his most difficult yet.
And this really lays out the central problem of this whole era perfectly. He delivered some of his absolute career-best performances in films like Swadesh, Fan, and Zero. I mean, critics adored them. They praised his depth, his courage, his willingness to take risks. But for whatever reason, the mass audience just didn't connect in the same way. And all of these ambitious, critically acclaimed films ended up underperforming at the box office.
The kind of lukewarm box office response to Zero back in 2018, well, that was a major turning point. For the first time in his entire long career, Shah Rukh Khan took a huge step back from the spotlight. He just disappeared from leading roles for 4 long years. It created this deafening silence in the industry and this crazy level of anticipation for what in the world he would do next.
You know, in every great hero's journey, there's a resurrection, a return. And in 2023, the king returned. But listen, this wasn't just a comeback. Oh no, it was a statement. It was a thunderous, undeniable reclaiming of his position at the very, very top.
See, he didn't just come back with one film. He announced 3 massive projects for a single year. And the first one out of the gate was this high-octane action thriller, Pathaan, a film that was carrying the weight of 4 long years of fan expectation on its shoulders.
And the result? Well, this chart really says it all, doesn't it? After the disappointing box office of Zero, Pathaan didn't just succeed. It completely obliterated previous records, becoming one of the highest-grossing Indian films of all time. The slump was officially, and very loudly, over.
Which brings us to the final big question, right? Was this really a comeback? Or was it just a powerful reminder to everyone that the king's throne was never really empty in the first place? Maybe it was just a reassertion of a legacy that he's been building for over 3 decades.
You know, maybe the spirit of his entire journey is best captured by this iconic line from one of his own films, Om Shanti Om. The line, in its original Hindi, is just this incredibly powerful statement about desire and maybe about destiny.
It translates to this: if you desire something with all your heart, the entire universe conspires to help you achieve it. And when you look at his story, from a young man on a TV show to a global icon, Shah Rukh Khan's entire life seems to be a testament to that very idea. It's just been an unbelievable journey of risk, reinvention, and an unbreakable bond with millions of fans around the world.